Hey everyone, welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where we bring you the latest updates, fun moments, and behind the scenes stories you won't want to miss. The Big Brother 27 live feeds finally returned after the White Locust twist took out a fan favorite just hours after the live vote and eviction took place on Thursday. Some of the BB27 house guests have been left to mourn the departure of one of their allies, and many of them had a lot to say about this twist. Read on to get all the details from Friday night's live feeds and get all the spoilers from the feeds outage below. Don't forget to sign up for the Big Brother live feeds right now so you don't miss anything else this season. Enjoy! Before moving on to the events that occurred overnight, go back and read the daytime highlights report. Big Brother 27 live feed highlights of Friday, September 5th, 2025. 9 p.m. BBT feeds return from Thursday's live show. Morgan, Ashley, and Will are on the block. Lauren is Ho. Rachel has been tossed out. 9:15 p.m. BBT Ashley says they are going to show everyone's reactions when the voice came over the speaker and said Rachel has been sacrificed. 9:25 p.m. BBT Will and Ashley mentioned that the BB blockbuster has ruined alliances because you end up nominating so many people that you can't really promise anyone safety. 9:35 p.m. BBT Keanu thinks to himself, "I can't believe you are gone," as he looks at the memory wall. "You and I are supposed to occupy the last two seats." BBT 9:50 p.m. Ashley informs Will that Morgan is aware that she is the target of the three of them. However, if she wins BBBB, one of them will be eliminated. Ava, Will, and Ashley agree that they have to work on getting Kelly and Keanu on their side against Morgan. 10:05 p.m. BBT Kelly mentions to Ashley that when Ashley packed all of Rachel's stuff, she thinks Ashley may have packed one of Kelly's dresses in her things. 10:15 p.m. BBT Ava has been sitting alone in the whole room. She seems sad that Rachel is gone. 10:20 p.m. BBT and Morgan tells Ashley that it wasn't that she didn't want to win the hoe. She was under the impression that it was like the reindeer games and that everyone went. She didn't even remember that hoe was part of it. Sounds like it was a maze and the person with the shortest time won and Rachel didn't finish. She was also upset that Vince picked Lauren over Morgan to run the race. 10:25 p.m. BBT Ashley tells Morgan that she doesn't understand why Vince picked Lauren because it threw everything off. They both agree that Keanu and Kelly can't get picked for Veto tomorrow. 10:35 p.m. BBT Ashley is telling Will about her conversation with Morgan. Morgan says that Lauren won and put her up, so she could go home because Vince didn't pick her. Mentions that she is in there with him now, and Will says that she told him Vince had a bad day. They are confused by her actions. 10:45 p.m. BBT and Morgan tells Vince that if she goes home on Lauren's hoe, she is going to tell him, "I told you so." Meanwhile, Lauren tells Ava that if she gets HG choice tomorrow, she wants to pick Ava, but she is worried about how Keanu will react. 10:50 p.m. BBT Vince tells Will that Rachel had 3.5 minutes to do the maze, and that should have been plenty of time. Says he thinks something happened when she was competing. 10:55 p.m. BBT Lauren tells Ava that she wants Morgan to go because she was the one who pressured her during Keanu's hoe as a retribution. 11 p.m. BBT Morgan is now venting to Will about Vince. 11:05 p.m. BBT Ava tells Lauren that Vince is planning to use the veto on Morgan. Lauren thinks she can talk him out of it. Lauren says that she really wants Morgan or Keanu out this week. Says she would like the veto used so they both can be on the block. Will is informed by Morgan at 11:07 p.m. BBT that Keanu would never oppose Kelly. She also states that Kelly really likes her and could use the veto against her, but she is unsure if Kelly will act in Lauren's favor. 11:15 p.m. BBT and Morgan is complaining to Ashley again about Vince picking Lauren over her. She also says that Vince seems so unbothered about her being on the block. 11:20 p.m. BBT Ava tells Lauren she doesn't regret not picking Rachel. Declares that Rachel's treatment of her did not suit her. Adds that if she approached her differently, she would have picked her to go. 11:25 p.m. BBT. Lauren explains to Ava that she wants Will, Ashley, or Ava to win the veto and use it on one of them so that Keanu is sitting next to Morgan on Thursday and one of them definitely goes home. Morgan is the only person who cannot prevail. 11:40 p.m. BBT. Morgan tells Ashley she thinks this week will be a D. 11:55 p.m. BBT. Morgan and Ashley agree that it would be hard not to vote for Keanu to win if he is sitting in one of the F2 chairs. 12 a.m. BBT. Morgan leaves the room and Ashley says that she doesn't believe a word that Morgan says. 12:10 a.m. BBT. Vince tells Morgan that Rachel told Keanu not to let her down and told her she was rooting for him when she was saying her goodbyes. Says it was weird to him. 12:12 a.m. BBT. Vince is now begging for Morgan's forgiveness. 12:15 a.m. BBT. Vince says that Ava was breaking down during the competition. She didn't want Ashley or Will to go. 12:17 a.m. BBT. Lauren says rule number 1 of Big Brother is don't tell Keanu anything you don't want the whole house to know. 12:20 a.m. BBT. Morgan thinks that she is being used to win the BBBB in order to target Keanu this week. Keanu is a backup target in case Morgan comes off the block. 12:25 a.m. BBT. Morgan says she was forced to play Mickey's game, and that wasn't the game she wanted to play. 12:30 a.m. BBT. Vince tells Morgan that he is going to do his best to win the veto this week. Ava has joined Morgan and Vince at the hammock at 12:40 a.m. BBT. Vince says, without Rachel in the house, it feels like a whole new game. 12:45 a.m. BBT. Ava says she didn't think that Rachel would go when she didn't pick her in the HOComp. 12:50 a.m. BBT. Ava tells Vince and Morgan that if this is just a competition show now and the social aspect of it doesn't matter, she will see them in jury. 12:55 a.m. BBT. Morgan says she had almost 2 minutes left when she completed the maze and thought Rachel would have been fine. 1:10 a.m. BBT. Talks turn to Mickey. Vince, Morgan, and Ava all believe that Mickey would have been a bitter juror. 1:20 a.m. BBT. Morgan leaves the hammock, and Vince tells Ava that Morgan is mad at him because she thinks he chose Lauren over her. He actually did that. 1:35 a.m. BBT. Ava tells Vince that she picked him to go first because she felt bad for him after last week. 1:45 a.m. BBT. Morgan has returned. She tells Vince and Ava that she heard the audience cheering when he won BBBB. 1:55 a.m. BBT. Ava asks Morgan and Vince if she should leave so they can hang out. Morgan says they are all hanging out. 2:20 a.m. BBT. Morgan heads to bed and Vince tells Ava that if he wins BB27, he wants to take some of the money and spoil Kelsey. 2:45 a.m. BBT. Vince tells Ava that if he makes it to F2, no one in jury will vote for him to win. 2:50 a.m. BBT. Vince and Ava head to bed. A twist eliminated Rachel. Lauren went on to win Ho. Morgan, Ashley, and Will are sitting on the block. This was not how any of us expected week 9 of Big Brother 27 would start. There is some trouble in paradise between Vince and Morgan after Vince picked Lauren over Morgan to compete in this week's Ho competition and chose to keep one F2 safe over the other. As of right now, Morgan is the target this week with Keanu being Lauren's backup. She wants to put Keanu up, so she hopes Ashley or Will can win the veto and get off the block. Veto is taking place on Saturday. Who do you hope to see win it? Sign up now and get Paramount Plus to watch BB27 live and uncensored.